all there is to it.
I thought you were talking about my flatulence.
It's horrible.
Did I tell you about
you have something wrong with you.
Did I tell you about the soldiers that got Pinkeye from me?
Like, really, you basically did what happened in the movie, what is it, the one with Seth Rogen.
I don't know, but I don't think this
They
was a
fart on somebody's pillow.
Nope, but that's the
they're
thing.
farting on each other's pillow, and then they got pink eye.
That's different. I didn't fart on a pillow. I didn't, like, physically contact anybody. I farted in a van with the window locks on, and I gave 2 soldiers pink eye. You tell me.
Oh my God.
You tell me if you've ever heard anything like that before. I'll call you a liar. I win. Nobody's ever done that before.
I've never heard that before.
Well, it happened. I did it. I can find
How do you know for sure it was you and not one of them got pink eye and they gave it to the other guy?
It was a woman and a boy. A very young boy.
Who are these people?
These were soldiers that I was in charge of taking care of, and I gave them both pink eye.
When you say a boy, how old was he?
I think in order to be in the Army, you have to be 18, but he looked like he was probably 12.
Okay.
So
well,
I'm going with 12.
How do you know for a fact that it was you?
Here's the timeline. I had these soldiers in a van. The window locks were on. I planned this out. That wasn't a coincidence. I farted.
You're a despicable human being.
And it wasn't just the 2 soldiers that were in this van, okay? There were like, it was a 12-pack van, and every seat was filled. We're trying, you know, those little gadgets, those little gadgets that allow you to like crack the window, those little black. Anyway, they were trying to suck air through those vents just to get a little bit of relief. That's how bad these farts were. These are MRE farts, man. Meal ready to eat. The processed shit they feed soldiers. Whenever you put that in my belly, it becomes something deadly.
This is what our tax dollars are funding.
Well, come on, soldiers are human. They're gonna fart. You can't blame that on the taxpayers.
No, I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming you.
What are you blaming me for? What exactly am I being accused of?
This is what you're doing with your time and efforts while you're
in a van. We were driving somewhere.
You planned this. How much time and energy did you put into this?
Listen. Are you listening? Are you listening?
More than I am willing to pay with my tax dollars. That's all I'm saying.
Here's how long the planning process took. Are you listening? That long. That long. I just pushed the damn window lock because I felt a fart coming on. And I was going to make the best of it. And I did. And 2 soldiers got pink eye.
Okay, again, back to the timeline.
Okay, so timeline. I fart in the van. The next morning, they have to go to the TMC, which is the medical center, to get treated for pink eye.
Were they sitting next to each other?
No! One was at the back, and one was sitting directly behind me.
I'm going to have to look up and see what the, whatever,
I'll tell you.
The period is it takes.
The gestation period.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure how to say the word for sure.
I don't know if I said it right either.
I don't want to mispronounce it. Which I mispronounce a lot of shit. So
here's the thing. You don't know. You don't know. Even if you look it up and it tells you what the time period is for that, that might not be accurate. Because this was a different situation with different people in a very closed-in environment. So it could have been quicker acting.
So what you're telling me is by that same rationale, they could have easily gotten pink eye at different times from different places.
I'm talking about the facts. I'm giving you facts.
That is exactly what you just basically gave. You just gave a reason why, you know, whatever the period is that I could look up online wouldn't work for them necessarily.
Well, let me put you at ease a little bit, because here's what I do know for fact. There is an entire company of soldiers out there that believe that I gave those 2 soldiers pink eye. So regardless of what...
I understand. They were all through something traumatic.
So regardless of what you find, there are people out there that believe this to 100% be fact.
Listen, just because a group of people pray to whatever God, and then like the tornado didn't hit their church, that doesn't mean God actually did it. Okay?
Okay, first you're talking down Santa Claus. You say he doesn't even exist, and now you're attacking religion.
I'm just saying.
What's your malfunction today? Are you that upset about a little bit of pink eye? Huh? These are not your typical farts.
Well, let's put it this way, okay? So your fecal matter that's in your fart is so microscopically small that it passed through your clothes so easily that it traveled across the vehicle into their milkshake. I mean, eyes.
Well, Daniel Day-Lewis, this is, I mean, you basically nailed it right there. Yeah, but all 12 or 14 people, however many people were in that van, if you were to ask them if that shit was possible, there's not a soul in that van that would argue with that. They would say yes. And I think I have pink eye. That's how they would close that statement. And I feel as if my eyes are itchy.
That doesn't make them right. A lot of people think the same thing about a lot of things, and they're totally wrong. There's flat earthers out there.
My farts make people's eyes itchy. How about that? I mean, it at least has a psychological effect, if not a biological effect.
Now my eyes are getting itchy if you fart on the phone. You're influencing me.
Are you rubbing your eyes?
I'm rubbing it right now. Did you just fart?
You're giving me
my God.
You're giving me fucking cramps. You made my side stitch happen.
Oh. The great thing is talking to somebody from outside of Texas and the perception they have of Texas.
Okay.
Y'all ride horses to school?
Well, you know what? I was driving over a fucking bridge yesterday, and under the bridge, there were no shit 4 Fort Worth police officers riding on like beautiful horses. Beautiful!
Listen, I'm not saying that there are no people that ride horses to school or wherever. I'm saying the idea that we all do that and that this is all rural area and we're all cowboys.
Well,
that is stupid.
Fort Worth does everything it can to perpetuate this stereotype. We literally have a fucking cattle drive through the middle of downtown every day. Did you know that? I didn't know that until
every day?
Yeah, I didn't know that until I moved up here, but they have a cattle drive, and it's like from one warehouse to another, but they do it as like to draw, it's an attraction.
A sign of solidarity in Texas.
So it's no accident that people have that idea in their head, because we manufactured that. We did that on purpose.
Okay. What's the stereotype we have about any other state?
Name one.
North Dakota.
Bad credit scores. Right? And you're wrong. That's it.
You're a fucking idiot. You better edit that out.
I'm not editing shit. I'm not editing any of it. In fact,
a stereotype that is as preposterous as the idea that we all ride fucking horses to school. And that we're all cowboys. And it's the Old West still here.
Florida's a big nursing home.
I think it's everybody that thinks this way. I'm just saying there's people out there that think this way.
I gave you another example. Florida is a giant nursing home.
Yes, I've heard old people live there, but also a shitload of Cubans live there, and young people, and Miami's there. You think the song Miami is about fucking people that are in the nursing home? You really are retarded.
I need to get a map.
I need to stop saying the word retarded. Apparently it's really un-PC. I just need to find a different word, I guess, to say. I don't know. But it really conveys the idea that I'm trying to say that. And I don't mean this in... I don't mean people that are challenged. I mean...
You know I don't do the PC thing.
Normal people that are stupid.
I do in business. When I'm doing business, I do keep my lingo very professional and things like that. But in life, just regular encounters, I think as long as you're not trying to be malicious or hurtful or anything like that, Like when you just said retarded, you weren't talking about an individual that actually has a mental disability. You were talking about me.
Of course I wasn't.
Just talking about me. So
yeah, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't, I guess, make an effort not to say it, right?
If you get into this political correctness bandwagon bullshit, I will unfriend you on Facebook.
Listen, I'm not telling anybody else they need to do it. That's not what I'm saying. That's the problem. People telling other people they should or shouldn't do.
Now, honestly, like political correctness, whenever political correctness was still kind of, you know, helpful, and we were just keeping people accountable for saying crazy ass shit, okay, I got it. But it's gotten to the point now where, did you know, okay, so is everybody okay in that train wreck? Did anybody survive? Hey, so
I'm working.
High school kids now do not use the term he or she. They are calling each other Z.
The crazy pronoun thing is crazy, okay?
That is a product of where political correctness has gotten to now.
I mean, I agree. We've gotten to the point where we have so little to actually worry about that we're coming up with dumb shit to worry about.
Exactly.
Like language.
So I'm not putting up with that. And if somebody tells me I'm a monster because I slipped up and said the word retarded, I don't care. And you know what?
You are a terrible person, and it has nothing to do with you saying retarded.
I understand that. I'm not arguing the fact that I'm a monster. I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. You just said if somebody are.
No, I'm just saying I'm not putting up with that political correctness bullshit. It drives me crazy. If somebody is saying something, like if I was standing in front of a store and somebody was yelling at somebody that had Down syndrome, calling them a retard, I would choke the shit out of them. You know what I mean? That's malicious.
I totally agree, and I would definitely do that.
That's hurtful, but I don't think that any social justice warrior swinging around words like you're a male chauvinist or whatever other terms they like to put out there to shut down a conversation. I'm not going to be any part of that. I'm not. And I'm not going to try to tailor my words to empower somebody else that's just a shithead looking for attention or trying to take control of a conversation.
I get it. You don't care what people think. I guess I worry a little bit more about what people think.
What drives me nuts is whenever people have their kids in the room and they're just F-bombing left and right and saying all sorts of heinous shit.
Listen to you. Well, listen to the language police over here. You, of all people.
I don't think it's
you
good.
Foul-mouthed. Just because you're making an effort, now everybody else has to. Fuck you.
Maybe I don't know. I don't have kids, so what do I know?
See, that's an unfair argument, too. What do you know? You don't have kids.
I'm not talking about you. Whoa. When did this become about you?
I've never uttered a foul word in front of my children ever.
I am speaking in general. If you want to own this, that's your problem, but I wasn't talking about you.
I was just thinking, you know, you ever seen that movie, Trucks, or...
Maximum Overdrive.
Yes, or Maximum Overdrive. They're two different movies.
Oh, I don't guess I know what Trucks is. Maximum Overdrive.
It's similar. It's very similar.
We need some more shitty Stephen King movies. I love those things.
There are plenty of them.
Did you see... Let me tell you. What was the one where they're stuck at an airport and they can't figure out why everything is stale?
Yes, I've seen that movie. I don't remember.
I need more movies like that.
Yeah, like Night Shift.
Yeah, Hulu's got a bunch of really weird shit that I like to watch. I'll just get into the weird stuff and find something that looks ridiculous with a really bad rating. That's what I'm watching. How do you entertain yourself?
Do you really want to know? Just kidding. It's nothing weird.
Doesn't involve an American flag?
No. You're not talking about that. No, it does not. It does not. Walking Dead, This Is Us, and Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
I also watched The Good Doctor with Miranda and what do you call it? Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yep, you lost me. Now,
I'm showing Grey's Anatomy.
If you'd have said Gilmore Girls, I could have still been on board.
Oh, fuck off.
What? You, sir, have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, my sister watches that I find crazy is like the Real Wives of whatever. I'm just like, what? I can't.
Oh man, I can't be in the same room if that show's on. It's awful, man. It's terrible. It's the worst.
Why is anybody letting these people live? This seems counterproductive.
We should not be videoing this. We should quietly find a way to get rid of the bodies.
That's such a terrible thing to say. Could you imagine if one of those people heard that?
Oh, no.
People want me dead.
Listen. Nobody is that goddamn stupid. People are not really like that. But what is disturbing...
Oh, no, I believe they're really like that.
No.
Have you ever met people? It's horrible.
I've met people, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting really bad.
It can't be that bad, though.
I think, of course, there was some fake drama. TV's not real. Or reality television isn't real. I get what you're saying. But I think they're every bit that stupid. I think there are really people like that, for sure. It may not be actually those people, or whatever.
I have very little faith in humanity, but I do believe, at least, that those people are putting on a show to get viewers. I don't think they're actually that insane. But anyway,
no, they are. They really are.
The show that is presented to me, I can't stand that, and it just needs to stop. But listen,
yeah, it's all their fault.
I gotta get off the phone with you again.
I'll miss you.
I know you will.
God. Goodbye.
Bye.